What's going on, everybody? Just moved back in another video for you guys. It is the weekend, of course, my team weekend, of course. There's a lot of things to do, of course. Continue grinding domination, of course, if you want that XP from the agendas of domination. Then there's challenges. There's a new challenge out where you can get a card for limited Evo Gold Joe Ingles. I talked about it already. Actually, the video I was supposed to have, I kind of scrapped it already. We have a new flash packs, which means a new challenge where you can get a flash award pack. Derrick Rose is right there, so you can see he is part of it. Then, of course, grinding the spotlight challenges in order to get that diamond Luka Doncic. Limited, we got our second ring. They actually, they've been doing some pretty good jobs communicating. They've been telling us the new cards coming. We have new packs come out on Monday, and we have new packs obviously yesterday with being the flash packs. But they've been doing an interesting job communicating this year, letting us know what's coming the day before. Those Monday packs actually dropped in the afternoon, not even in the morning, so that was interesting. And then this condition right here, they told us that before, yesterday. They told us this on Thursday. 1 partially or fully evolved Evo card, and then 2 rubies or higher, and then all sapphire or lower players. This was my lineup. This got the job done just fine. Dynamic duo players do not count if certain players go up to ruby, so that's why I have multiple ruby players, as you can see here. My 2 ruby or higher players are Ibaka and this pink diamond Duncan Robinson, of course. So do with that what you will, guys, with making your lineup. And good luck in limited. Get your second ring, of course. And yeah, so the new packs were flash packs. I recorded a video yesterday, but I kind of scrapped it because I want to make it I had a different idea of how to organize this video for today. So we have a diamond Derrick Rose, Hall of Fame, quick first step. That's all you really need to know about this guy. The fastest card in my team at the moment. Diamond Dikembe Mutombo, glitched. He can shoot threes, 83 three-pointer. And he has some Hall of Fame shooting badges. Not really crazy, Kawhi, it's pretty solid offensively compared to his Sapphire, but great defensively. He is just great. Then we have Fred VanVleet, 90 overall, Amethyst. Peja Stojakovic glitch. He can dunk and shoot threes, so yeah. Then we have James Worthy. He's okay, I guess. Then we have Ruby, Darius Miles, also glitched, can shoot threes. He's a great dunker, but he can shoot threes now. And then Duncan Robinson can also dunk now on people. He's not that fast though, still, but So you guys can see my MT balance right there at the top right, 10K. That's not a lot, and that's because I have a lot of things in my auction outcomes. We have some snipes that I've been doing since yesterday, some snipes, and you guys can see what I was sniping at. I found some rubies up, I found some Darius Miles snipes, and then I found Duncan Robinson for a sec, and Jermaine Nelson. So let's talk about snipe filters. So first off, I am not playing on next gen right now. I'm actually on current gen. This is the benefit of having the cross gen bundle, having both games installed. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video on current gen instead of next gen, the PS4 version, not the PS5 version, is because for the auction house on the next gen version, I don't know if it's relatable with Xbox players on the Series S or X if you're playing the Xbox One version. For me, it seems the auction house seems, actually not just me, a bunch of people, the auction house seems a bit slower when you're scrolling through the menus. Obviously, if you're loading times for games, obviously that's a huge difference, but when you're scrolling through the menus of next gen, they feel a bit, I don't even want to say delayed, maybe slow. It just feels just strange. Well, here on current gen, I recommend if you snipe, if you're collecting cards, if you're bid sniping, anything like that, any sort of sniping that you're doing, be on current gen. There's not really a huge difference in loading, the searching for any cards in the auction house. So definitely, I think the wave is to be on current gen if you're possible. Obviously, if you only have PS4 or Xbox One, you can only have current gen. So you're already on the right version of the game to snipe. So hopefully next gen would be better. But let's talk about the snipe filter. So just sifting through, looking at some things, I was watching some videos, and I found some interesting snipe filters that I thought you guys should know about, which were definitely something interesting. So first, we're going to start off with small forward glitched. On this filter, yes, you can see both Peja Stojakovic, and you can also see Darius Miles. Yeah, so this filter, I actually like this. This one is pretty interesting. Definitely, you can make some good MT if you're sniping on this, and you have a lot of MT to play around with. For me, I'm almost done with my MT balance, so if I snipe 1 more Darius Miles or 2 more, I might not have any MT left to do any more sniping. So before this video ends, I'm going to redeem everything. Usually I wouldn't. I would say try to have 50 things in your auction outcomes as, much as possible, so that it keeps you motivated to snipe. Because if you just clear everything, you're just like, I have nothing, I have no MT to redeem, all that. So I feel like that just keeps me motivated to snipe more. I did that a lot in 2K20. I didn't do it as much last year just because I was so busy grinding, XP agendas. But Darius Miles, this card, at some point yesterday, his value got up to 7K, as you saw in my auction outcomes. He actually, went up steadily in price. He was around here, 6K during the day when the packs came out, but then at some point during the evening, he actually went up in price. And he's actually a pretty good budget card to have to start the year off. He can dunk, he can slash. Of course, we've always known this about this guy, but last year, shooting wasn't his forte. Shooting's never really been his forte until like near the end of the year when you got a Galaxy 04 Pink Diamond version of him that could shoot actually. But to start off, they gave us a glitch version of this guy, and he should be pretty good. And you guys can see 5,500. I'm not gonna take that. That's profit, but I can be very ambitious when it comes to sniping myself. So if I see one for 3K, then definitely that's what I want. But I've been missing some snipes. I'm not perfect though. Nobody's perfect, but that's how it's been going for me. Then you can see Peja. I don't think I would see him at any point, honestly, because it looks like he is much more. Yeah, he's much more expensive, way over 12K MT. I would say he's around the 15K range, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he is. And you'll find him here. Hopefully, if you see him in the same range of the Darius Miles that you're seeing at 6K, 7K, that is an instant snipe, and make sure you don't miss out on that. Definitely don't miss out on that. That would suck if you can make that much profit and you miss out on it. So make sure you guys are focusing on this Peja and seeing if you see him or with a bunch of Darius Miles, that's a snipe for sure. The next filter I actually saw, which was interesting to me, and I found this. I haven't tried it yet, just because it hasn't been consistent for me like the Darius Miles one. Flash Eastern on this filter. Let's not even make a max buyout price yet. You guys can see Derrick Rose, who is over 100K at the moment with 4 Hall of Fame badges. Obviously, you can see some pretty good finishing and playmaking Hall of Fame badges, which is always nice. Then you guys can see Kawhi Leonard. He's not going for 100K. I can promise you that. Fred VanVleet, and I'm pretty sure you can also see Dikembe, right? If he's not Western. No, Dikembe is glitched. Keep this in mind. Dikembe is glitched, so you will not see him. So the only cards you'll see on this specific filter are 3 cards. Derrick Rose, Fred VanVleet, and you will see Kawhi Leonard. Also, make sure you're keeping out for some holo cards. You can actually make some MT if you snipe a holo card, because at some point, I'm sure, for like XP agendas, they've already done a couple of these things. You're going to need holo cards, and you can only get holo cards if you open packs, or if you buy them off the auction house from people that open packs. So that is one thing to be aware of. VanVleet right now, his price is just hitting under 12K, so he is the cheapest of this filter. He is the cheapest card you see on this filter. If we were to check this filter, let me sort it out. Small forward, Flash Eastern, you'll see Kawhi Leonard actually going for much more than VanVleet. So Kawhi is definitely snipe worthy. 30K at the moment. I'd say 31 to 32K. Yep, right here you'll see Kawhi. So definitely, if you see a Kawhi around the same range as the VanVleet, that is an instant snipe immediately. And then Derrick Rose, one of the best point guards in the game. If you cannot get that diamond token Kyrie Irving, who I'm about to get soon, if you can't get him, Derrick Rose is definitely the option here, and he has Hall of Fame badges compared to that Stephen Curry. So definitely you want to consider trying to snipe for that Derrick Rose if you guys have the MT. D Rose, I just saw one for 150K. Someone bid that. Yeah, Hall of Fame, extra Hall of Fame badge. This person put Limitless Takeoff, which is actually very nice. That's a very good badge this year. Limitless Takeoff, and then a diamond shooting contract, and this guy's value just spiked. So Derrick, there is not a single Derrick Rose for buy now. If you snipe him, if you have over 100K and you have more than 100K to play around with, I would consider trying to snipe for Derrick Rose. Definitely, that would be a good option. And I think this is a good filter right here. Flash Eastern. My concern here is that I just think that it's not as consistent, maybe just because with this being early in the year, maybe people aren't into opening packs yet. There are people ripping packs, but at the same time, not many people, and the pack odds kind of aren't great yet, so not really going to be that many people throwing up Fred VanVleet's for pretty cheap. His price is kind of steadily dipping. But one thing to remember, obviously, with sniping, make sure you're sniping on the day of new content, or days, you know, the weekend especially, because I can guarantee you at some point this week, during the week, these guys, you won't see as much of them up in the auction house, because, you know, people won't be opening packs as much. The possibility of you guys sniping them it's never going to be zero, but it's gonna be getting lower and lower as the days go by, with these packs being out, of course. So this is a pretty interesting filter. I still recommend small forward glitch, just because you could see Darius Miles a lot, and he has good value at the moment, and potentially Peja. And then of course glitch is always a good filter to go with, because then you can see every glitch player, and glitch players always tend to be pretty nice at the time of their release. Darius Miles is pretty good. Duncan Robinson, a 3-point threat. I was watching a MyTEAM stream and I saw Duncan Robinson just a lot torching somebody. Peja, you know, his jumper is interesting. I wouldn't really use Peja myself, but you know, high 3-pointer, high dunk, gonna be pretty good. And then Dikembe is right now, I'd say, the most expensive center in the game right now at the moment. Him and Shaq definitely are pretty interesting. Diamond center, you can see him and Shaq nearly the same value. This is a graded Shaq though, of course. Neither of them are a buy now at the moment, so that's interesting, of course. And then as for all diamond centers, diamond players in the game, Chris Paul and Tim Duncan, they are kind of buy nows at the moment. If you can see that for a snipe, that would be pretty nice, but I'm nowhere near that MT value. But hopefully this helped any of you guys, you know, with learning how to snipe. If you're a new sniper player, if you're a new player and you're new to sniping, my recommendation is to be on this glitch small forward filter. You're gonna want to be around the 7K range for this Darius Miles. Sometimes I like to see the lowest cards up, so let's see, around 6,600. Okay, he's starting to dip a bit more and more, so let's go to 6K. At 6K, this is the cheapest card you'll see up on this filter. And then spam the refresh. Just keep refreshing until you see a card like that. That was 100 MT less, but you could always go that, or you could go around to 5K. And here, make sure you're sniping and paying attention for any cards that pop up, because you're going to be making MT nonetheless. However the margin of profit may be, you're going to be making MT nonetheless. So definitely make sure you guys be on these filters this weekend, definitely the weekend too. But here, before we end off, let's redeem everything. Usually I wouldn't, but obviously my MT balance is pretty low, so I think it would be smart of me to just redeem everything. I had the 40K before I started sniping yesterday, but I'm sure I should be at 50K. You know, definitely, yeah, it's definitely gonna be 50K. Okay, yep, we're gonna be at 50K. So you know, that's not bad. Not bad. We made like upwards of 10K profit, you know, 56K. I did spend a couple MT. I did spend some MT a little bit, collecting some players from the Hornets collection, because I'm almost done with this. And then the Lakers collection, which I'm trying to work on. One other side filter I think you guys should also work on here. In the base set, definitely you want to make sure you're on these, because in order to get the Diamond Luka, like I said in my first video, you guys need to lock in the Eastern Conference base set and the Western Conference base set. There are some players that have some really good value, like here, this Sapphire Stephen Curry. This Steph Curry is Stephen Curry, so like, you know, his 3-pointer will be high, of course. 87 3-pointer. You throw on a shoe, and that's going to be in the 90s already. And then the coach will boost that even further. It's Stephen Curry. No matter what Stephen Curry you're using, he will always be usable because he can shoot. And this Steph, as you can see, for a Sapphire, is one of the most expensive ones in the game. So I think this is going to be another snipe filter I'm adding to my current list that I am working on, because I want to get this Stephen Curry, I want to snipe him, and I definitely want to make some NT. So definitely sit on this filter for Stephen Curry. Then there's guys like LeBron. I'm not sure how expensive LeBron may be, but it is LeBron James, obviously popular player, one of the most popular players, of course. So definitely he will have some value. Then in the Bucks collection, there is a Sapphire Giannis Antetokounmpo. He can't shoot, but it's still Giannis. You can make a way for him to be cheese, you know, OP. You're definitely going to be getting cheese. There are definitely have been people getting cheese probably a week into the game. You know, I'm sure he was getting definitely a lot of people mad, but not as expensive as Curry, but he does have value. So make sure you guys are looking at certain cards. Any card in this game has value. You just have to be committed to these snipe filters and sit on them. They do require patience, and with patience, you guys can make a lot of MT as long as you're paying attention, focusing, and taking a look at what cards have great value. Eventually, I'm going to make a video talking about badges and what badges to use, as well as shoe boosts, because I noticed shoe boosts, there are certain shoe boosts that you definitely want to have. So definitely stay locked to the channel, guys. Thank you guys for watching once again. We are still on the road to the level 40 reward, which is Melo. I'm not sure if I'm going to get him, if I'm going to be able to or not, but you know, definitely down the line, I'm gonna be making sure I get, you know, Devin Booker. I will be getting the season 1 limited reward, of course. But thank you guys for watching once again. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. Comment. Are you opening packs? Are you sniping? What are you trying to do with these new flashbacks? Are you trying to get any of these new guys? And with that, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one.